You are listening to Radio Long Island City, recorded at our studios near Hell Gate, 9 kilometers north of the Harbor Hill Moraine. And now, the Observatory. The Observatory, Saturday the 4th of January, 2025. It is 14 days after the winter solstice. It is 75 days before the spring equinox. By the French Republican calendar, it is the 15th day of Nivose, the day of the lapin, the rabbit. The sun rises today at 7:20 a.m. Solar noon takes place today at 12 noon. Today the sun is in perfect sync with clock time. The sun sets today at 4:42 p.m. Civil twilight ends at 5:13 p.m. Nautical twilight ends at 5:47 p.m. The length of daytime today is 54 seconds longer than yesterday. Today, the Earth reaches the perihelion at 8:28 a.m. Our planet is at its shortest distance from the Sun, 147,103,867 kilometers. The Moon is in its waxing crescent phase and is 25% full at midday. The first quarter will arrive on Monday, the 6th of January. These are the predicted tides today for Horn's Hook. In the wee hours, high tide, 1:14 a.m., 1 meter 34. In the morning, low tide, 7:10 a.m., minus 3 centimeters. In the afternoon, high tide, 1:29 p.m., 1 meter 43. In the evening, low tide, 7:40 p.m., minus 21 centimeters. In our shared realm of plants and animals, we remain on the theme of animals at rest. Feeding during the autumn, raccoons will have added a great layer of fat, up to a third of their body weight. On the coldest days, they stay warm inside their burrows and can sleep for up to a month at a time. The name raccoon comes from an Algonquin word, which means one who scratches with his hands. Commemorations. On this day in 1884, the Fabian Society was founded in London, England. The society, which still exists, aims to advance social democracy and democratic socialism through a process of gradual reforms using democratic means. It rejects revolutionary violence. On this day in 1903, a rather shocking event. The owners of Coney Island's Luna Park killed an elephant named Topsy after it had become belligerent and difficult to handle. Copper plates were fastened to her feet, and 6,600 volts of electricity were sent coursing through her body. The Edison Film Company recorded the event and released a short film entitled Electrocuting an Elephant. On this day in 1925, the French psychologist Émile Coué introduced his self-esteem therapy to the United States. His technique, known as the Coué method, consisted of repeating this phrase, "Day by day, in every way, I am getting better and better." Patients were instructed to say the phrase 20 times each morning and night, using a small string with 20 knots. On this day in 1581, James Ussher, Archbishop of Armagh, was born. A noted scholar in his time, he calculated the date of the creation of the universe as 6 p.m. on the 22nd of October, 4004 BCE. On this day in 1643, Isaac Newton was born. On this day in the year 1900, James Bond was born. No, not that James Bond. This Bond was an American ornithologist and expert on the birds of the Caribbean. He was the author of the book Birds of the West Indies. Ian Fleming appropriated the man's name for his archetypal 007. The ornithologist was reportedly highly amused once his namesake achieved worldwide fame. And that is the Observatory, Saturday the 4th of January, 2025.